Greetings everyone, I'm your host Tambucha, and I know in my last video, this one here, I said I was going to do a review of Linux Mint, but I'm going to postpone that for a few days. What I'm going to do today is a little experiment, because I noticed here I only got 40 views and a few of those views were my own, so I'm going to do a little experiment and add commentary to this video and walk you through the process. And the reason why I want to do this is I want to see if that will help with the views. That will tell me that viewers prefer the style with commentary over the style with music. And if that still doesn't get a lot of views, that'll tell me that viewers just don't like these short videos of the Linux install processes. So without further ado, I'm going to go to the video. I have a shortcut to it here, and I'm going to play it for you now and walk you through it. Okay, so here, before I used to press F1 to enter my BIOS, but now I find it's just easier to press F12. Now before I press F12, I have to burn the ISO and make a bootable USB out of it, and then I plug the USB into my computer. So once that's done, power the computer up and I hit F12. So what I want to do is I want to choose the USB key in legacy mode for this computer. So after hitting enter, it'll boot the live ISO, and this is the grub menu of that live ISO, and I'm going to choose the first option. Now I fast forwarded a bit from here, and after a little while it'll boot into this screen here, which is your live ISO. So it's booting from the USB stick right here, and what you want to do is you just want to click on install Linux Mint, and from here it detected English, so that's right. Hit continue. The keyboard is correct. Hit continue again. Multimedia codecs, blah blah blah, yes, continue. And okay, from here most people would either choose this one if you have, say, Windows or another Linux operating system and you want to install Linux Mint alongside one of those operating systems. You would choose this option. If you want to erase the entire disk and let Linux Mint install itself on the whole disk, you would choose this second option. For me, my setup is a little more complicated, so I'm going to choose something else, which is basically a custom setup. So here, after I hit continue, it detected my drives and my partitions. So you can see this one has Windows 10 on it, and what I want to choose is my Linux partition, which is here. So I'm going to choose that, and I'm going to hit change, and from here you click on the drop down menu and you have a bunch of options here. I chose ext4, which is still the Linux default. And for the mount point, you see here now this changed to format the partition, so the partition is going to get formatted, and the mount point I'm going to choose /. And install now, and here it'll just give me some warning messages. Just hit continue, disregard those, everything will be fine. That's my wife sneezing in the background. Okay, so from here it detected my location, which is correct. So from here, it just asks you for your username, your host name, and your password. And after you hit continue, this is the process where it starts copying the files from the USB drive over to the hard drive on the computer. And for me, this took somewhere around 10 to 15 minutes. Of course, I didn't record all that. I fast forwarded it. So after about 10 to 15 minutes, you're gonna get this screen here, and it's gonna give you the option to restart, which I did. So here it's restarting, and this is the grub bootloader from the hard drive. So Linux Mint did detect my other operating systems, unlike Peppermint OS from a previous video. So it detected Windows 10, as you can see here, and it detected MX Linux version 23. And the reason why it says Tambucha here is because I made a custom ISO with MX Snapshot, and I named it Tambucha, so that's why that's there. So from here I'm going to hit the first option. This is the login manager, and after you log in, this is what you're met with, the Linux Mint welcome screen. And so that basically concludes the installation process, and this is very close to the end of the video. Today is Thursday, so I plan to do the review on Saturday. Nevertheless, within a couple of days I'll have the review of Linux Mint video out for you guys. So I think I'm going to conclude this video now. I hope it is informative. Please share, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, take care, everybody.